we first made contact with Martyn Gerrard when my wife's flat was going to be on the market. She used them, the Finchley branch, and they sold it very quickly. She was very impressed with their work ethic, and she was very happy with them. She built a rapport with the company. So we always had Martyn Gerrard in the back of our minds for my flat sale and our future purchase of a property, a house. So initially we used a few other agents for valuations. Greg came and did a valuation. And the one thing we noticed different about Greg was that there was no messing around. There was no nonsense. It was straight to the point. This is what I think you guys can get for it. And we really did appreciate that, because a lot of agents will just tell you, yeah, you can get whatever you want. But that's not the reality. And it can just end up being a very wasted exercise. With Greg, he was straight to the point, and he was very serious, and we liked that. What we were really looking for was a number of things. I mean, the most important would be, I think, honesty, because what we found from personal experience is that they can just sell you a dream, but it's not the reality. We needed to sell the flat, and Greg knew exactly what we wanted. Like I said, he told us exactly what he thought it was worth. So there was no messing around. So we kind of felt that connection with him, which also, he's a very personal guy. So we felt very comfortable around him. We knew that they wanted the sale, but we were okay with that because, we wanted the flat to go very quickly as well. Very professional. And also he was there if we ever needed anything. It's quite a stressful experience, buying and selling. And he was always there on the other end of the phone, along with his colleague Jose, who was also excellent. He did a top job. And I think the two of them together just really gelled with us and just made us feel comfortable. And if we had any issues, they'd be there for us. So I think honesty and just being there for you, holding your hand throughout the process and just making sure everything is just, exactly how it should be. Compared to other agents we spoke to, Greg's local knowledge was right up there, I think. He really did know the area, and we could tell with what he was saying, with the valuations, with the feedback he was giving us when he was doing the viewings. So he did kind of know the area inside out, which is very useful. A lot of other agents, we kind of didn't really feel we got that with them. It was just like another flat, another house. And because he knew the area so well, he did give us a very realistic valuation, and I think it was just it just worked out, and it was a big bonus that he knew the area. And we had a few bad experiences in the past with marketing. We had one local high street agent who got the definitions and the everything completely wrong, the features, everything, and the photos weren't great. Photographer didn't turn up on time, things like that. It was a bit of a stressful, unnecessary situation. With Greg and Martyn Gerrard, very professional. Photos looked great. They advised us on, the best possible angles to kind of make it more attractive to a potential buyer. It went onto all the channels. We were very happy with it. We sat down and discussed the launch dates of it going live, and he just wanted to make sure we were happy with everything. And and we started getting attention a lot quicker than we did with the other agents we used before Martyn Gerrard. Based on previous experience, the lack of communication it can be very worrying, very concerning. But with Martyn Gerrard, Greg and Jose, they were literally always available to speak to you. If they were in a meeting or with another client, they would call you back. So we never really had that issue with them. It was always, we could always speak to someone at the office, which was very important, and really kind of put our mind at ease, all the weekends worrying about, are the agents not coming back to you? Is the buyer serious? Are they not serious? Does the agent care about you? With Greg and Jose, it was never really like that. It was always just they're there for you, and they'd be there for you if need be. We felt we could trust Greg from day one. Like I said, my wife already built a rapport with Martyn Gerrard. And there was a lot of initial conversations with Greg in the beginning anyway. So we kind of built that rapport to the point where we did feel totally comfortable with him and his team. Again, that also comes down to communication, and which we didn't really have from other agents that we initially approached before Martyn Gerrard. Also, I think it's also down to that personal approach that he takes. And he's a very personal guy, kind of just spoke to us on a level. we knew he wanted the sale, but he genuinely had our best interest at heart, and that's what we really appreciated. What sets Martyn Gerrard apart from a lot of the competitors is the personal relationship they build with the client. I mean, with us in particular, we always felt Greg and his team genuinely had our best interest at heart. It wasn't just like, okay, once we sell the flat, we don't care anymore. The difference we found is a few other agents kind of all they cared about was the sale. We didn't really build that rapport. They didn't ask us enough like personal questions. Sometimes it's not just about the sale. It's about getting to know your client, understanding what they want, what they need. And I think you got that extra mile for them. I think that's what sets Martyn Gerrard apart from the rest. When we sold our flat, they lined up the completion date for our house at the same time. So it was a chain, which is very hard to do. I'm not sure if other agents would have been able to do it, but Martyn Gerrard and Greg and Jose really worked hard to make sure that we sold our flat and completed on the house simultaneously. So, which meant we were able to move from the flat on exactly the same day into the house, which would avoid us having to rent somewhere, putting our stuff in storage, which all costs money and stress and time. And, you know, my wife is heavily pregnant. So it just worked out so well for us that they were able to do that for us. And I think, again, that's something that we're really impressed with. The house that we bought through Martyn Gerrard wasn't initially through the Mill Hill office. It was through the North Finchley office, but Greg, you know, through the Martyn Gerrard network, Greg made us aware of the property and said, you know, we have to go and see it. And he knew exactly what we wanted. So as soon as we saw the house, we fell in love with it. So again, he knew exactly what we were looking for. You know, he went the extra mile by, you know, getting in touch with the office that was selling it. He wasn't selling it. It wasn't on their books. So that's something else that we just liked. It wasn't even through the Mill Hill office, but we ended up finding our dream home, you know, through Greg in the Mill Hill office. The reason why I've given up my personal time for this testimonial for Martyn Gerrard was because I genuinely feel that people should know that, in my opinion, they are the best. Their relationship management, their personal approach, just makes a big difference. And I feel like many people have different experiences with other agents, but from our personal experience, Martyn Gerrard were by far the best in every way, from start, from valuations to initial conversations to finding people through the door, to selling, to making sure that we move from the flat to the house. Everything was just so easy for us and as stress-free as possible, which is important. I would have no hesitation recommending Martyn Gerrard to friends and family. In fact, I've done so already. There wouldn't be another agent I would recommend. It would be Martyn Gerrard. Friends in the Mill Hill area will always be Greg. It'll always be Martyn Gerrard for me moving forward. And if we ever need to move on, I'll be giving Greg a call as well.